Hey, how you doing, everybody? This is Vats Impossible, and today I'm going to be doing a very Scandinavian flight. Currently, I am in Norway right now, and we're going to be flying all the way to Finland. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got a few Vats Sim planes over here. Looks like we got some Lufthansa, a little bit of Condor. I think maybe another Scandinavian flight over there. So the terminal over here is definitely buzzing. We're gonna kind of just get prepped for takeoff. Thankfully, the jetway actually connected. That's a big accomplishment sometimes in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. Not because the game is doing stuff, but because GSX sometimes kind of has some issues. But GSX is working on it. So anyway, we're gonna be flying all the way from. Let me take a look at the airports here. So currently, if my chart's right, let me double check my charts. Alright, so we're currently at Flesland in Bergen, Norway, and we're going to be flying all the way from Bergen, Norway to Turku, Finland. It's going to take us across a lot of the beautiful mountains of Norway, but it's also going to take us across Sweden as well, so we're going to get some great views of Sweden. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this plane ready for action. Alright. Okay, internal power's on. Turn on seatbelt lights. Cabin logo's on. Okay. Now we're gonna turn on the fuel pumps. And okay. Might turn up some of the displays here just a little bit. And let's run the APU fire test. X-Plane 435 said, where are you flying? I am flying to Turku, Finland. And right now we are in Bergen, Norway. So we're flying all the way from Bergen, Norway to Turku, Finland. Okay. I'm gonna pull up the seat rest, maybe turn up the floodlights here. And let's go ahead and import some flight plan stuff. Send some data to the MCDU. Because we need to set a fuel target. I've never gotten this message before. That is very strange. I mean, I'm gonna have to double check SimBrief. Okay. Alright, now I think this should work.
Boarding requested.
Okay. I'm gonna go Atsu, AOC menu, fly to NIT. Alright, going from Bergen, ENBR, to Turku, EFTU. And our flight number today, SAS 4811, because we're on Scandinavian. Cost index, let me kind of double check that. We're gonna do 15. Let's do 15 today. And X-Plane said, how are you? I'm doing great, man. How are you doing? How's your Christmas season going? Okay. Alright, we're gonna be on runway 17 on the Goka 2 Charlie departure. And let me make sure that we're not missing anything. Let me just open up the cabin door. Got those nice Scandinavian seats back there. It's got the logo on it. And the fuel truck. Okay, we're gonna do baggage first. Great. You know what? Nothing wrong with that. It just makes life interesting, so that's fine. I'm gonna do baggage first. So in the meantime, let me just go ahead and put in some flight plan data. Alright, so let's see. I'm gonna go to the flight plan first. Let's see. Thankfully, this is actually a very simple flight plan. There's not a lot of waypoints, which over Europe, that's a miracle. So we should be arriving on the 26 on runway 26, probably with the Zulu arrival in Finland. On the Audicol 4 Charlie. X-Plane 435 said, I'm having a good day today. Hey, I'm glad to hear that. You got any big Christmas plans? Let's see. Hotkey 4 Charlie. Okay. Let's see. Right, I'm going to clear this flight plan discontinuity because we don't need it. And now I'm going to write down some frequency stuff here. Looks like we got ground on 1219er. Okay, and then we've got tower on 119105, and we've got approach on 121.005. So we got the full complement of coverage over here in Norway. How about that? Got everything going to plan when it comes to coverage, so I'm glad to see that. It's good to be fully covered, whether it's insurance or VATSIM. Okay, so I'm just gonna switch to the ground frequency because since there's no delivery, I'm gonna be getting my clearance from him, and it's gonna be verbal because we are in Europe as opposed to in the United States. So I'm gonna switch over to his frequency. And I'm hoping that the luggage doesn't take very long, and in the meantime, I'm just going to go ahead and write down my clearance information. Let's see. Here's just a VATSIM tip. If you're flying over Europe or you're flying anywhere not in the US, it's a good thing to go ahead and write down your clearance that you're going to say to, or the clearance request that you're going to make. If you're in the U.S. most of the time, you'll actually get a PDC. You'll actually get a clearance before you fly. That'll come through the ACARS on vPilot for VATSIM. But if you're in Europe, most likely everything is going to need to be verbal. Alright, I'm going to check my stand number here. Looks like I am at stand 32. Let me see what information is current right now. Norway. Okay, information Bravo.
Current Cooper, scan event 286217, forget it.
Scan event 2862, Grand Hello, Activia Golf and Whiskey, stand 26.
Stand 26, and second is X-rays, scan event 2862.
And Golf and Whiskey.
Flight over Whiskey to stand 26, scan event 2862.
Sounds good evening, Consul Charlie Mike on stand 25 request startup and pushback.
Contact to Charlie Mike, hello, stand by, number 1, traffic behind.
Stand by for Consul Charlie Mike.
Alright, so we're just kind of going through some of the early checklist items that we need to do. I think baggage should be finishing up in just a second. Yeah, I don't see any more luggage that needs to be loaded, so they should be We should be moving towards fuel in a sec. See if we got any other flights around here. We got some Lufthansa, we got some Condor, we got another Scandinavian flight that looks like it just landed. Patriot Brad says hi. Hey, good to see you. Yes, I need to come to Romania again. Thank you for the invitation. I think I will take you up on that because when I did fly to Romania on this sim, I was blown away by how awesome it looked. It looked really cool. The scenery over here is kind of interesting. Norway is just gorgeous. We got some mountains in the background, some hills. Just kind of waiting on all the good stuff to happen with fuel. Yeah, there's the fuel truck. Aha. But Patriot Brad, you're so right. I need to go back to Romania. It is definitely worthwhile. Not to mention, there's a lot of great VATSIM coverage in Romania.
Information Bravo, claims to Edinburgh. 732 Grand Hello, information Bravo correct, clear to Edinburgh via F423 Charlie departure. Initial climb 6,000
Patriot Brad, yes, I do need to make a Discord server. Good point.
Clear to Edinburgh, 423 Charlie departure, initial climb 6,000.
We need to get a Discord server going, that'd be cool.
Nordic 32 Nipper.
Alright, so the fuel guy over here, he's getting us connected with some fuel. He's taking his time. Yes, I've heard a lot of tales about the Romanian castles. I've been to the UK, so I've seen some castles in the UK, but I've never seen castles in southeastern Europe before. That would be pretty cool. Should be connecting the fuel line in just a second. Oh, all of a sudden it got quiet over here.
Please use your airplane fuel system.
Okay, finally I'm going to start the fuel side because he connected the fuel line. So let's just go here. And I'm going to go ahead and call for clearance because why not? Let's just do it. And let me make sure ground is like still active. It is, okay. Flesland grounds, hello, this is Scandinavian 4811 Airbus A320 at stand 32. We have information Bravo on board, QNH 1000. Request IFR clearance to Turku.
Scandinavian 4811 Flesland ground, hello, clear to Turku, ground just left to charge departure. Initial climb 6,000 feet, walk 6042.
Cleared to Turku via the Goka 2 Charlie departure. Initial climb 6,000 feet, squawk 6042 for Scandinavian 4811.
4811, repeat correct, thank you.
Okay, so we made it through the clearance process. It's always the scariest process. Bran, Peles, and the Cantu Casino.
8 Mike Lima, stand 27
Yeah,
information
I need to
Bravo,
get to Romania, man.
To Hamburg asphalt.
To Hill, correction, 8 Mike Lima, Flesland ground, hello, information Bravo. Took fuel for Charlie departure, initial climb 6,000 feet, walk for 075.
In Hamburg via Tuxedo for Charlie departure, initially climbing 6,000 feet and squawk 4075 for Lufthansa 8 Mike Lima.
8 Mike Lima, correct.
Yeah, one thing I'd love to do is just do a tour of Southeast Europe. So I'd love to go to Serbia, love to go to Romania, love to go to Croatia. I've heard amazing things about Croatia. I'd love to go to Greece. There's a million reasons why I want to go to Southeast Europe. It sounds amazing. Oh, Patriot Brad, hey, I totally understand, man. I know you're on a completely different time zone than I am, but I hope you enjoy the flight. And the good news is YouTube will record all this, so if you want to go back and watch it, you know, it'll be right there available for you to watch later on if you want. It's good to see you too, man. And we're gonna get this Discord thing going. I'm gonna get a Discord server figured out. My wife is much more tech savvy than me, so I might have to recruit her help in getting that all set up because all of that's over my head. But yeah, we'll do that. Thank you, man. Good to have you on the stream. Okay, so fuel, we're getting there. I think we're at about 5,800 kilograms. So should almost be done fueling in just a second, and then we can finally get this party started. Okay, so the fuel's ready, and now it's just a matter of going to flight plan. We've already got that done. I'm going to double check that flight plan. Yes, that looks correct. And we're going to go to init and go to the init fuel section. Send some more fuel data. Check the wind. We got a great tailwind today. That's what I like to see.
Condor 2 Charlie Mike, request taxi.
Condor 2 Charlie Mike, taxi left Foxtrot and
Last one,
Yankee
take
to
off.
point runway 17.
Okay.
Sorry, please repeat the message.
Condor 2 Charlie Mike, taxi Foxtrot and Yankee, Holly Point runway 17.
Alright. Got those V speeds put in.
Taxi via Foxtrot and Yankee to holding point 17, Condor 2 Charlie Mike.
Alright, our QNH is set correctly. We're going to put in that initial altitude data that they gave us in clearance, which was 6,000 feet. So when we were doing clearance, he gave us 6,000. And then we're going to put in our squawk that he gave us, which is 6042. We're going to turn on our transponder, make sure it's on. And now is the time
Lufthansa
to
8
go
Mike
ahead and
Lima
start
is
the
ready for push
APU.
and start.
Lufthansa 8 Mike Lima, hold position directly behind, I will call you.
Holding position, Lufthansa 8 Mike Lima.
Let's go outside and see that APU starting up. Got a beautiful Scandinavian flight next to us. I can't tell, it looks kind of like an A321. Yeah, there's that APU. It's very important to start the APU before you do pushback. Believe me, I've accidentally waited before and it did not go well. You lose all the lights in your cockpit if
Push and
you
start
don't.
approved, QNH 1000 8 Mike Lima, thank you.
Lufthansa 8 Mike Lima, set squawk 4075.
Hey, that
Squawk is now
Condor
set,
flight
Lufthansa
is
8 Mike
moving.
Lima.
Thank you.
Alright, APU's available. We're going to start APU bleed. Disconnect external power, beacon lights on, strobe lights auto. And we're going to tell GSX we want to get ready for pushback. I'm going to go over to the flight pad here, go to the ground services page. And let's take a look outside while they attach the tug. It's always fascinating. Scandinavian Airlines wins the award for coolest color on their engines. I love that orange. It's nice. And what's cool is they also have 3 different Scandinavian flags on their airplanes. You've got, if I remember right, this is Denmark, this is Sweden, and this is Norway. Apparently Finland and Iceland didn't make the cut on here. That's kind of strange. They need to, it messes with my OCD. They need to have all the Scandinavian flags on here. We need to have the Icelandic flag and have the Finnish flag on here as well. Or maybe it's on the other side of the plane. Let me look. Nope, they still snubbed them on the other side of the plane. What's up with that? Come on, they gotta give some love to Finland.
Thank you for the service. Have a nice evening. Bye.
Finland is the home of the most amazing techno theme of all time, Sandstorm. I mean, how could they not give love to Finland? Okay, so the tug is not attaching. Let me make sure GSX is actually...
Nordic 382, set squawk 3...
Oh, it's waiting for boarding. Okay.
Approved QNH 17.
Confirm squawk 3411 Nordic 382.
The squawk is 3441.
3441 and say again the direction for Nordic 382.
Nordic 382, straight back, no turn, disconnect facing terminal 1, push start approved QNH 1000.
Roger, QNH 1000, push straight back approved Nordic 382.
There's definitely some glitches with GSX right now, especially when it works with Phoenix, because this is a Phoenix aircraft and it's working with GSX. There's some glitches they're trying to figure out, so that's one of the reasons why we're having to wait longer than usual, because it's doing some of the flight operations in reverse order, but that's okay. They patch it all the time. They're going to patch it. So we're just waiting on the plane to finish boarding. Everyone's taking their seats. Yeah, so I might even be able to kind of...
Hello, Scandinavian 5 Charlie, requesting IF clearance to Copenhagen. We have information Bravo.
That I can kind of go over here and we can go through here and see the people.
Dobry wieczór. Information Bravo correct, clear to capture via Tuxilo for a Charlie departure. Initial climb 6,000
Alright,
feet.
I'm gonna get back in the
Squawk
cockpit here.
2015.
Okay.
Runway departure observation cleared to Castro, runway 17 via Tuxi for Charlie, initial climb 6,000 feet, squawk 2015, for Charlie.
5 Charlie, repeat correct, thank you.
Alright, we've got 60 out of
Good evening,
180.
Scandinavian 1901, stand 29er, with information Bravo, requesting clearance to destination Billund.
I think we got a Eurowings plane that showed up.
Hello, standby number 1, and the other station code, go ahead.
Thunder 8, my Lima ready for taxi.
The Thunder 8, Lima taxi, left echo, and Yankee, only going to runway 17.
Left echo, Yankee, holding point 17, 8 Mike Lima, thank you.
Scandinavian 1901, clear to Billund via Tuxil for a Charlie departure. Initial climb 6,000 feet, squawk 5517.
Clear destination Tuxil for Charlie, runway 17, initial climb 6,000 feet and squawking 5517, Scandinavian 1901.
1901, reback correct, thank you.
Yeah, guys, I'm sorry this is taking so long.
Ground, a very good evening to you. This is Tomjet 3 Echo Alpha. We're looking for IFR clearance to Helsinki, please. We're Boeing 737-800 at stand 23 with information Bravo.
Tomjet 3 Alpha, present ground, evening, information Bravo, you're clear to Helsinki. We had back to Charlie departure, initial climb 6,000 feet, squawk 0231.
Okay, we are cleared to Helsinki via the GOCAB to Charlie departure. Initial climb 6,000 and we are squawking 0231 for Tomjet 3 Echo Alpha.
Tomjet 3 Echo Alpha, repeat correct, thank you.
Okay, we've got 120 out of 180 passengers, and the countdown is ticking up as we speak. We're finally going to be doing pushback in probably about a minute or two.
taxi.
Nordic 382 taxi via Foxtrot and Yankee, only point runway 17.
Ocean Yankee, holding point 17, Nordic 382.
Alright. Come on, GSX, you can do it. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. Normally the order is supposed to be fueling, and then baggage, and then people,
Maxima, contact tower,
but
119,
it went in complete
119
reverse order today.
105, tschüss, danke, thank you, have a good night, Lufthansa 8 Maxima.
Thanks for evening, the Eurowings von Alpha Mike on frequency. Send 28, request clearance to Hamburg with information Bravo on board.
Eurowings von Alpha Mike, ground hello, information clear to Hamburg via Tuxil for a Charlie departure, initial climb 6,000 feet, squawk 1705.
The Eurowings von Alpha Mike is clear to Hamburg via Tuxil for Charlie departure, climb via SIM to 6,000 feet.
Hey, Aaron Rodgers just got on board. Awesome.
Eurowings von Alpha Mike, repeat correct, thank you.
Ground Scandinavian 1901, we are ready for push and start.
Scandinavian 1901, push and start approach QNH 1000.
Push and start for QNH 1000, Scandinavian 1901.
Alright, only got a few more people that need to get on the plane. Okay, finally we've got all of our passengers boarded. And here we go.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Okay.
Departure check completed. Wipe has been inserted. Looking clear.
Alright. Here we go. Bergen ground, Scandinavian 4811 is ready for pushback.
Scandinavian 4811, push and start approach QNH. Ocean, there is 737, pushing back out of Central Niner.
Pushback approved. Sorry, what was the rest of that? Sorry, Scandinavian 4811.
4811, just QNH 1000 and disregard the stuff part.
QNH 1000, thank you so much. Scandinavian 4811.
Nordic 32, contact tower 109er 105, Merry Christmas.
19105, Nordic 32, Merry Christmas.
We're gonna go here. Dismiss chocks, dismiss GPU.
Release parking brakes. Commencing
Okay.
push.
Here we go.
All engines clear. Start at wheel.
Let's do it. We're moving.
Ground to Scandinavian 1901, we are ready.
Strangest pushback I've ever seen.
Scandinavian 1901, taxi via Delta and Yankee Holy Point runway 17.
Golf and Yankee for runway 17, Scandinavian 1901.
Oh boy. Alright, let's just start engine 1. I need to abort this pushback. Let's see.
Background to Scandinavian 1901, you can confirm Golf and Yankee for 17.
It's Delta and Yankee for 17.
Delta Yankee 17, roger, Scandinavian 1901.
Set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Alright, engine 1 is starting. Well, it's been a long ride, but I think we're about to get started here.
Flushland, ground Scandinavian 902 uniform at stand 24 with information Bravo. Request Alpha clearance to Göteborg, Landvetter.
Scandinavian 902 uniform present ground hello. Information Bravo, clear to Landvetter. Via Tunic to Charlie departure. Initial climb 6,000 feet. Walk 3737.
Clear to destination via the Tunic to Charlie departure. Initial climb 6,000 feet. Squawk 3737. Scandinavian 902 uniform.
Scandinavian 902 uniform, repeat correct, thank you.
Bergen grounds, Scandinavian 4811 is ready for taxi.
Scandinavian 4811, make 180, taxi via Delta and Yankee, Holy Point runway 17.
Do a 180 and then taxi Yankee to the holding point for runway 17, Scandinavian 4811.
Affirmative, Delta and Yankee.
Sorry, Delta and then Yankee for runway 17, Scandinavian 4811.
And Tomjet 3 Echo Alpha ready for push and start, stand 23.
Okay, here we go. So we're gonna.
Numbers
get
2
moving.
3 Alpha, push and start approved, Q&H 1000.
Okay, push and start approved with the QNH 1000, Tomjet 3 Echo Alpha.
Right now, I want to make sure that we don't whack anybody on our way out. Don't want to clip anybody's wing or anything like that. Okay,
Scandinavian 1901, contact tower 119er 105, Merry Christmas.
take a look out the left side.
Tower to Tower 119, this was 105, Scandinavian 1901, Merry Christmas, bye-bye.
Okay, so we're gonna join Yankee from Delta. lift right up here. Alright, and then we're gonna take Yankee all the way to the holding point for runway 17. Here we go, guys.
Good evening for 811, contact tower 119-105, bye-bye.
Contact tower on 119-105. Thank you. Bye-bye. Scandinavian 4811. Okay, so we're gonna contact tower. Bergen Tower, hello, this is Scandinavian 4811 taxiing along Yankee for runway 17.
Scandinavian 4811, Pleasant Tower, hello. Scandinavian 4811, behind arriving A321, line up runway 17 behind.
Behind arriving A321, line up and wait behind Scandinavian 4811. Hey, we get a nice view of a guy coming in for a landing here. That's nice. Okay. Nice Osprey plane there. Seems to be having fun. Okay. Alright, we're gonna line up and wait behind him.
Scandinavian 1901, automatic handover fast on, passing 1500, contact approach 121.005.
Out to approach 121.005, Scandinavian 1901.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna line up and wait behind just like we were told to.
Osprey 177, contact ground 121.905.
Ground 121.905, Osprey 177, bye-bye.
Scandinavian 4811, winds variable, 2 knots, runway 17 cleared for takeoff, bye-bye.
Runway 17 clear for takeoff. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Bye-bye. Scandinavian 4811.
Oh-ho.
Alright, we're gonna bring engines up to about 40%. Toga. Make sure flaps are at 1. We're at 1 now. Okay. air. Positive rate of climb, gear up. Lever climb is flashing. Reduce to climb. Flap 0. Man, this view is gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, and let me look at the departure procedure here. Okay, so at 1,500 feet, they suggest that you go ahead and, or they don't suggest, they demand that you go to approach, so.
Nordic 43 Victor, proceed direct Gilva.
Flexline departure, hello, this is Scandinavian 4811. I am off runway 17, passing 4,000 feet, climbing 6,000.
Scandinavian 4811, request turn approach identified, turn left heading 120, climb flight level 100.
Turn left heading 120, climb flight level 100, Scandinavian 4811. Okay, so we're gonna go 120, and then we're gonna climb up to flight level 100. Perfect. Here we go. So we're just taking the instructions as they come.
Scandinavian 4811, climb flight level 310.
Climb flight level 310, Scandinavian 4811.
Nordic 43 Victor, descent 6, cushion 7,000 feet, QNH 1,000. Scandinavian 4811, resume on navigation direct Utkin.
Resume on navigation, direct, sorry, what was the waypoint again?
Direct Upkill, Oscar, Tango, Kilo, India, Lima.
Resume on navigation, direct Otkill. Sorry, thank you, Scandinavian 4811. Okay, direct to...
Scandinavian 4811, contact Polaris Control, 120.655. Bye-bye.
Contact control 120.655, Scandinavian 4811.
Nordic 43 Victor, descent 4,000 feet, flying kilowatt, transition cleared, ILS Whiskey 17.
Okay. So now we're going to talk to Stavanger, or Polaris Control. 120.655. Okay. Alright. If I can get this radio to cooperate. A lot of flights over Norway today. Stavanger Control, hello, this is Scandinavian 4811. I am passing flight level 134, climbing flight level 310, inbound Otko.
Sierra 4811, Polaris control, hello, and Roger.
Okay. Alright guys, I'm gonna turn off these landing lights and then we're gonna go outside the plane and sort of take a look around.
Lima Alpha Golf overhead on a 37 feet.
Lima Alpha Golf, Roger. Leaving by airspace. Frequency change en route. Så långt.
Av och till fram mot till resonate så långt Lima Alpha Golf, tack för det.
Blue Scan 9 Charlie Victor. Monitor advisory 122.8. Fire Havok.
Advisory by Blue Scan 9 Charlie Victor.
So we're gonna fly across basically all of Norway, or all of the southern part of Norway, and then we're gonna fly across Sweden, and then we're gonna be over the Baltic Sea just a little bit before we get to Finland. Sweden, and then we're gonna be at the Baltic Sea just.
Condor 2 Charlie Mike, contact Copenhagen Control 135.565, so long.
Contact Copenhagen Control 135.560 Condor 2 Charlie Mike.
Condor 2 Charlie Mike, negative 135.565.
135.565, sorry, Condor 2 Charlie Mike.
All good, good clue.
Thank you very much for the service.
Scandinavian 4811, monitor advisory 122.8. Have a great flight.
Monitor advisory of 122.8. Thank you. Merry Christmas, Scandinavian 4811.
Merry Christmas to you as well. Ho ho ho.
Pushing 200, 5
Monitor
zero,
advisory of
push.
122.8. Thank you.
Number 0, Sierra Foxtrot, descent flight level 90, no speed restriction.
Zero, no speed restrictions, over 0, Foxtrot. Og jeg vet ikke hva du har tenkt på, men det kommer ikke noe gratis på Sola, altså.
Skal vi titte litt på det da? Det var litt rart her. Takk skal du ha.
You can see some of the beautiful fjords down there
Där ja.
It's really nice.
Da ble det vika, vet du. Da skal det komme en atis her. Mulig at den sier India initially, men det skal være jekke når jeg kommer til neste cycle. Og litt krangling mellom Karmøy og Sola til distansen.
Skal jeg se neste igjen da?
Nei, det er vanskelig for oss som ikke er sånn datamenn.
Ja. Det er godt det er ikke sånn i virkeligheten når jeg er blitt helt tåvelig eller.
Ikke sant.
And this is Tomjet 3 Echo Alpha. We are climbing to flight level 170.
Tomjet 3 Echo Alpha, Polaris, hello. Climb flight level 350, proceed direct Utkil.
Okay, direct to Utkit, and we can climb flight level 350 for Tomjet 3 Echo Alpha.
Nordic 38 to Scottish offline, Montour advisory 122 decimal 8, follow.
Scottish advisory, Nordic 32, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, ho ho ho.
Ho ho ho.
Swiss 161, contact Copenhagen Control 135 decimal 565, so on.
135-565, so long, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, ho ho ho. Scandinavian 1901, proceed direct Epilo.
Direct Ekido, Scandinavian 1901.
Yeah, confirm Epilo, Echo Papa, India, Lima, Oscar.
Yeah, my mistake, Epilo, Scandinavian 1901.
Thank you, hørtes mer rett ut, ja.
Ja, det gjorde det.
Den bare Sierra correction over Zero, Sierra Foxtrot, return 2000 feet, QNH 1001, and we are good, clear out.
X-Plane 435, you're back. Hey, good to have you back. We're still over Norway right now and probably going to be crossing the border into Sweden in about, I'd say probably about 20 minutes. Okay, guys, we got a little bit of a message from a active radar over Sweden, or actually over eastern Norway, so we're gonna go ahead and talk to them really quick. They're on 134.515, so I'm gonna just change my radio frequency really quick here. Okay. So, let's see here. Alright, 124.515, and let me... Okay, so that's not the radar, it must be... Alright, it must be Polaris control. Okay, that's fine. Polaris control, hello, this is Scandinavian 4811. I am at flight level 370, inbound Otkill.
Scandinavian 4811. Scandinavian 4811, Polaris control, clear direct Otkill.
Clear direct Otkill, Scandinavian 4811.
Tomjet 3 Echo Alpha, contact Sweden Control 131.130, goodbye.
131-130 for Tomjet 3 Echo Alpha. Good evening.
Scandinavian 1868, contact Polaris Control 120.655.
10655, Scandinavian 1868, have a nice
Scandinavian 4095, clear direct Titla.
Direct Titla, Scandinavian 409.
Blue Sky 9 Charlie Victor, descent 5000 feet, QNH 1002.
Say again for Blue Sky 9 Charlie Victor.
Blue Sky 9 Charlie Victor, descent 5000 feet, QNH 1002.
QNH 1002 descending 5000, Blue Sky 9 Charlie Victor.
Nordic 70, request descending. Nordic 270 for now, descent flight level 22, descent flight level 100, expect RP Whiskey, runway 21 approach. Descent level 100, expect RMP runway 21 Whiskey approach, Nordic 270. Scandinavian 1901, contact Copenhagen Control 135.565, goodbye.
Over to Copenhagen 135565, Scandinavian 1901, bye-bye.
Vueling 854 contact Copenhagen Control 135.565, goodbye.
35565 for Vueling 8543, have a good night, sir, see you.
Polaris Control, pilot 346,
Pilot 346, Polaris Control, hello, you're indicating 5,700 feet, Sinus QNH 1001.
0, following the vehicle
Pilot 346, roger, identified, clear direct bamboo, descend 5,000 feet.
Descend to 5,000 feet and the next stop.
Blue Sky 9 Charlie Victor, to be above us, clear ILS 19 right approach.
Via Bavox, clear ILS approach 19 right, Blue Sky 9 Charlie Victor.
Scandinavian 4795, descend 5,000 feet, QNH 1002.
5,000 feet, QNH 1002, Scandinavian 409.
Scandinavian 123, contact Polaris Control 120.655.
120655, again,
Liner 2869 plotted. Scandinavian 2811, contact wind control 131.130, goodbye.
Polaris Control, Scandinavian 902 uniform, I will be away for 4 minutes.
Scandinavian 902 uniform, that's approved for track.
Roger that.
Okay, so we've been handed off to Sweden Control. Sorry, you didn't hear my response because my mic was muted.
Lima November, Fox Alpha Golf, Polaris Control, hello, all of QNH, Niner, go ahead.
QNH, Niner, currently holding overhead Rörvik and intentions
5,000 feet, QNH 1006, Scandinavian 61 Alpha.
Sweden Control, hello, this is Scandinavian 4811. I am at flight level 370 inbound Otkill.
Scandinavian 4811, Sweden Control, good evening, identified. Scandinavian 50 Foxtrot, welcome to Kiruna, landing time 01, taxi to stand 3.
Taxi stand 3,
You do, alright.
Bingo 2, good day, looking at 3 miles from the 37.
Lufthansa 2, Charlie Mike, Sweden Control, hello, identified. Scandinavian 61 Alpha, descend 2,500 feet.
2,500 feet, Scandinavian 61 Alpha.
Scandinavian 902,
Sorry, say again.
Do you want me to just use whatever data that you take?
Scandinavian 72, you have landing time 05 and taxi to apron central onshore. Okay.
Scandinavian 72, okay.
Scandinavian 61 Alpha, turn left heading 290 degrees, clear line left approach, runway 26, report established.
Left 290, please ILS approach and Wisco, Scandinavian 61 Alpha.
Scandinavian 127, confirm established. Scandinavian 127, wind 210 degrees, 10 knots, runway 21, clear to land. Scandinavian 61 Alpha, turn left heading 2202 established.
Left 220 for established, Scandinavian 61 Alpha.
Scandinavian 61 Alpha, just to confirm you're clear for the ILS approach.
Yes, we had wrong, wrong radio, but now we have the right, so please wait.
Ja, ingen fara.
Scandinavian 61 Alpha, established localizer runway 26.
Scandinavian 61 Alpha, awesome, continue approach, contact tower 118525, okay.
Continue approach and cover 118.505. Tack för hjärttjänsten och på återseende. Hej då, Scandinavian 61 Alpha.
Hej då. Tom Jet 3 Echo Alpha, leaving my airspace, no further AC, please change your pool. Bye. Scandinavian.
Nordic 900 Juliet Lima Apron, bedreik Lima Alpha Golf, main engine.
Lima Alpha Golf, intention, full stop.
Lima Alpha Golf, wind 180 degrees 7 knots, runway 24, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 2.
Tomjet 3 Echo Alpha, can we get an initial descent please?
Tomjet 3 Echo Alpha, you've left my airspace for no further ATC, bye bye.
Okay, no further ATC, over to Unicom now, Tomjet 3 Echo Alpha.
November 9 Array Sierra, leaving my airspace, frequency change approved, bye-bye.
Unicom 1 to 2, listen to late. Thank you very much, November 9 Array Sierra.
Scandinavian 73, report to Arlanda. Scandinavian 73, report to Arlanda. From Arlanda,
Scandinavian 73, the tower is just about to log on, so stand by 1 minute.
Alright.
So Scandinavian 73, contact Östersund Tower 135.655. 135.655.
Scandinavian 73, contact the tower 135.655.
Hello, Finland 4 Delta Uniform Fuel Specialist report you.
Finland 4 Delta Uniform, speed and control, hello, squawk 5620.
Walk 5620, Finland 4 Delta. Sweden Control, good evening, Scandinavian 737, radio check.
Scandinavian 737, speed and control, god kväll, video 5. Ja. Finland 4 Delta Uniform, identified, maintain flight level T40.
Landing 2.0, Finland 4 Delta. Sweden Control, Scandinavian 737, gate 1 type 737, information 2 on board, QNH 1003, requesting IFR clearance to Stockholm.
Scandinavian 737, Sweden Control, information uniform now valid, runway 16, Foxa 1 Golf, flight level 90, squawk 6032.
Information and uniform now active, and runway 16, Foxa 1 Golf, departure for Canadian 737.
Scandinavian 737, confirm flight level 90 and squawk 6032.
Flight level 90 and squawk 6032, Canadian 737.
Scandinavian 737, read back correct, report ready.
with the control to
Finland 6 Hotel Alpha, speed and control, good evening, squawk 2562.
Squawk 2562.
Scandinavian 4811, descend level 100.
Descend level 100, Scandinavian 4811.
Även 141 millimeter flight level 1
Scandinavian 1481, speed and control, good evening again, identified, climb flight level 360.
Alright guys, we're starting our descent. We're going to be arriving in Finland in about 15 minutes.
Scandinavian 1481, fly direct P-Sur. Emirates Charlie Juliet 9er, when ready, descend flight level 100.
Okay. Actually, we got a flight out the window here a little bit. That's cool. I wonder where he's headed. Let's see. Take a look at the map. Oh yeah, that's a Lufthansa flight. He's also at 37,000 feet. I guess we're gonna cross below him. Wonder how close we're gonna get. Might take a look outside and see.
Scandinavian 4811, leaving my airspace, Helsinki offline, frequency change approved, bye-bye.
Frequency change approved, thank you so much. Scandinavian 4811.
Finland 6 Hotel Alpha, identify.
Alright, we're gonna go over to Unicom. And just for fun, let's see how close we get to this other flight. That's Lufthansa right there. You can see his lights flashing. Speaking of flashing lights, we probably better have our beacon lights on. I don't know why they're not on. Okay. Yeah, look at that. He's moving right across the middle of the window. Alright, let me see how quickly we're gonna end up at 10,000. Okay. That should work. And there's one thing I forgot to do. We need to enter in some weather data. So, let's see. So, in Finland, QNH is 1006, temperature is 7 degrees Celsius. It's actually kind of warm for Finland. 250 at 8 for wind. And okay. Making good time. Gonna write down some altitude data here. I'm gonna double check, I'm gonna get back in the cockpit and make sure we're gonna make it down to 10,000 quickly enough. Looks like we're not, so we need to use some speed brake. Go full. Gotta love night flights, right? Alright, we're less than 10 minutes away from the airport. Flying over some islands that are in between Sweden and Finland. I have no idea which country they technically belong to. If any of you guys know, I'm sure you can tell me. Just for kicks and giggles, I'm going to put in the tower frequency for Turku, just in case they're still online when we get there, which they very well might be. They do a great job doing VATSIM in Finland. Their controllers are fantastic, so I'm going to just put that frequency on standby, just in case they want to talk to us. As usual, we got my I got my co-pilot Eli Manning here. He doesn't say much, but he's there. You can start to see some of the lights of Finland up ahead. See if I can get a better view of it. Yeah, that's the Finnish coastline out there. If you can see that. Our engines are at idle. We're just trying to get down to the right altitude as quickly as possible. This is kind of a fast approach pattern. And if any of you are wanting to know what the approach is, it's the Otkill 4 Charlie approach for Turku Airport in Finland. When I planned this flight, I forgot about the fact that in this part of the world they don't really get much sunlight this time of year. Alright, I'm gonna double check this approach chart again. Okay. So I'm going to check the ILS chart. Okay, I'm going to turn on landing lights because we're at about 10,000 feet. We're going to put auto brake on medium for when we land. Starting to see some lights out of our window. We're going to ease up on the speed brake just a little bit. Let me look and see. Okay, we got some beautiful city lights out the window here. go ahead and turn on our localizer because we're within range.
$2,500.
Go. Turku Tower, hello, this is Scandinavian 4811. I'm about 20 miles out from establishing on the ILS for runway 26 Zulu.
Scandinavian 4811 Tower, hello. Report on 500 meters.
So sorry, say again, Scandinavian 4811?
Scandinavian 4811, report on 500 runway 26.
Oh, okay, report went on final for runway 26, Scandinavian 4811. Got some gorgeous city lights out here. I'm going to try to kind of give you guys a view of it if I can. If I had to say what the biggest upgrade is from Flight Sim 2020 to 2024, mostly it's the city lights at night. They're much more realistic in this one than the previous sim. Obviously, there's some glitches that the Microsoft team has to figure out with the new software, but city lights at night, it's just gorgeous. It's really, really nice. They did a good job. Alright, I'm gonna go into approach mode because we're getting so close. So this is gonna slow down the airplane substantially. We're gonna lose a lot of airspeed, and that's on purpose because we want to make sure that we're going slow enough for this landing to be proper. And it looks like when we land, we're going to vacate the runway on the left side. We're going to vacate left on the runway. Alright, we've reached green dot speed. We're going to go flaps 1. Okay, we're getting pretty close here. Getting a little bit of fog on our way in. There's some low clouds, I can't tell which one it is. Here we go, guys. We're in getting to the final phase of the landing. Okay, I'm gonna narrow this radar range here. Alright, getting to the final stretch. Okay. Got a little bit of a crosswind here, so nice little challenge. Turku Tower, Scandinavian 4811 is established on the ILS for runway 26, 8 nautical miles out.
Scandinavian 4811, Turku Tower, wind 240 degrees, 10 knots, get the land over to
Runway 26, clear to land, Scandinavian 4811.
Quality 5 kilo uniform, hello, ready check? Quality 5 kilo uniform,
Nice.
85.
And
Thank
turn
you
off
very much,
autopilot.
Quality 5 kilo uniform with you on stand 1-2. We have information. Foxtrot on board, request startup for Paris, CDG. Quality 5 kilo November, information Foxtrot correct, clear to Paris, Charlie runway 26, leave loop for Alpha, climb and maintain flight level 360 and walk 1234. Roger, so we are cleared for CDG with departure leave loop for Alpha, climb and maintain 360 and squawk 1234, quality 5 kilo uniform. Quality 5 kilo uniform, ready back correct.
Okay guys, here we go, moment of truth. Get lower here. Wind has changed here. Wind has definitely changed.
500. $100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 5.
Welcome to Finland, my friends. What do you guys think of the landing?
Scandinavian 4811, welcome to Turku, taxi to stand 5.
Taxi to stand 5, Scandinavian 4811. Okay. One thing that's kind of nice is this airport is a little bit on the smaller side, so there's not a ton of gates to taxi to. It makes the whole process a little bit easier. It's a good thing we're going to Finland, or that we just arrived in Finland, because it's Christmas time and this is a place where, as far as I know, they herd reindeer in Finland, which I think is amazing.
Quality 5 kilo uniform. Just for information, do we need to push from here?
Quality 5 kilo uniform. I believe you do not need to push.
Roger. Quality 5 kilo uniform, thank you very much. Request then start the engines.
Quality 5 kilo uniform, startup approved.
Startup is approved, quality 5 kilo uniform, thank you.
It's been a fun flight, guys. I'm excited to taxi to the gate and deboard. The airports are very well organized in Finland, so finding a gate usually is not too difficult. Alright. I believe gate 5 is... oh, it's over this way. I just make a slight turn here. And gate 5, I believe, is right through here. Very nicely marked. Okay. Okay, alright, this is our gate. Or really, it's just our ramp. Bring up some spoilers and start the APU. And there's no reason to blind the ground crew, so there's some lights I better turn off. Okay. Okay, we made it.
All stations, Turgutava will be back in 5 minutes.
The Quality 5 Kilo uniform, we are ready to taxi.
Quality 5 Kilo uniform, taxi to Holding Point Alpha runway 26.
Taxiing to Holding Point Alpha runway 26, Quality 5 Kilo uniform.
Alright, we're gonna turn on APU bleed. Gonna turn off our engines. Okay, and this is the time of day when we deboard.
Boarding requested.
And we're gonna open up the cargo doors. Hey, we got a plane over there that's heading out. I think he said he's going all the way to Paris, so bon voyage.
Welcome back.
Okay, so we got a bus here that's gonna get our passengers. Let's take a look and see if the doors open. They should open on their own with GSX.
Quality 5 Kilo uniform, can you just confirm QNH 1005?
QNH 1004.
Roger, 1004, Quality 5 Kilo uniform.
Over.
Here. Alright, we're deboarding, guys. Flew all the way from the west coast of Norway.
Quality 5 Kilo uniform, we are approaching Alpha. We are ready for correction. We are ready for departure. Clear for takeoff, runway 26. Thank you very much for the wind.
So I know I've talked about this in previous streams, but my goal is to do a flight on this channel to every single country on the planet. And today I'm able to check Finland on off that list, but it's been a really, really cool experience going to Finland, especially on a Scandinavian airline. That's pretty cool. I think now we've done a flight to every single Scandinavian country except for Iceland. I don't think we've done a flight to Iceland yet, so we should probably do that pretty soon. Hey, the guy who was talking to radar earlier, or talking to the tower earlier, he's taking off. see if we can see his takeoff from here. Nice and straight, wings level. Hey, good for him.
Canadian. Quality 5 kilo uniform, contact heavy control 1.3.
121.3, quality 5 kilo uniform, thank you very much for your control, sir.
Passengers lost is clear.
Okay, we got another bus full of passengers here. We got another bus that's gonna deboard our passengers actually.
Turku Tower, hyvää iltaa. Oscar Hotel India Yankee Alpha Information. Golf. Requesting VFR clearance for some läpila. VFR circuit.
Oscar Hotel India Yankee Alpha. Clear.
Alright guys, so that's going to be it for this flight, but thank you so much for flying with me from Bergen, Norway, all the way to Turku, Finland. Thanks for being with me on this Scandinavian flight. It's really been a lot of fun. I love flying to some of the northern European countries. We've done Sweden before, we've done Denmark, and this is the very first time we've ever done Finland. The scenery was gorgeous, and I hope you enjoyed just every phase of it. If you guys like the channel, if you enjoy this, please consider liking and subscribing. That would really help me out. It feels so good to be at 200 subscribers. Thank you guys for bringing me to 200, and I'm just hoping to keep this rolling. And if you look on my channel, you'll find a bunch of other flights that you can watch too. And I'll be streaming again very soon. Thank